But what about all of the side hustles? Remember, there was sort of a special, Meghan-infused wine, which just means, I don't know, it's morally better than all of us, and the jams and all the rest of it. Have you been ordering it across the pond, making sure that every now and then you get your little box of goodies from the house of Meghan?
No, not at all. I didn't feel actually that I desperately had to have the rainbow of all the different fruits. I mean, I know if you've got children, you just get them out of the house to get to school very quickly. You don't start giving them, one of every fruit. You can do it.
I mean, how relatable is that, eh? You're a single mum of two in Basingstoke. You've just come in off the night shift and you see one of your kids outside eating worms. Your other child's actually got worms. And you turn the telly on and Meghan's teaching you how to make a rainbow fruit salad.
You see where our rainbow is coming together here? And you don't have to do a big platter of this. You could do this with one small row for your kids for breakfast, genuinely, and it makes the morning a lot more fun.
Everything had to be perfectly curated. Who the hell picks fucking berries in a white cashmere blouse and white pants? Literally no one on earth does that. She wants us to put together a fruit crudité board for our children in the morning. Now, look, Maureen.
I can't.
Look at this.
I can't.
It is huge.
Some people will like a cooking show, but it was pretty fake. It wasn't even filmed at her house.
It's not even her kitchen.
It sucks. Are you joking? It's bad.
It's terrible.
It's stupid. They're ridiculous.
It starts with strawberries, and then it has raspberries, and then it has apricots, and then it has mandarin oranges, and then it has pineapples, and then it has blueberries, and then you finish it up with dollops of yogurt.
Holy shit. He said what?
It was a sort of dreamland thing. And no, I'm not a jam eater, thank goodness.
We got Meghan's jam. Let's go.
A taste of entitlement, greed, avarice and deception.
She's a narcissist.
She is a narcissist of the highest order.
That gives you some idea of the scale of the Netflix narcissist.
The world can now see Harry and Meghan for what I've known they are for some time. Narcissistic egotists.
I'm gagging on the narcissism.
Meghan Markle is a sociopath.
Narcissistic isn't a big enough word.
She is a malignant narcissist. She's also a sociopath.
She has been called a narcissist many times.
These two are insane narcissists.
Someone that everyone thinks is a sociopathic narcissist.
Meghan Markle is truly one of the most dangerous public figures on the world stage at the moment. She needs to be stopped.
I feel that the whole thing is incredibly phony.
Losers, enjoy Montecito.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. So Angela Levin didn't just spill tea. She opened the fire hydrant, aimed it at Meghan Markle, and washed away the last scraps of the Sussex fairy tale. This wasn't shade. This was a PR thermonuclear strike. And in one headline-making breath, the veteran royal biographer exposed something so damaging that even Meghan's top-tier crisis PR team is hiding under their desks. Her claim? Meghan never had her sights on Harry in the first place. Nope. The love story for the ages they've been selling for 7 years might just be a discounted clearance rack plan B, because Meghan allegedly wanted the big prize first, which was Prince William the heir, not Prince Harry the spare.
She's got to stick it to the royal family. Why again? Because they made her rich and they made her a huge star, but she's really angry about it. Why? Because she wasn't able to be in the #1 spot because she married the spare instead of the heir. Well, you should have done some homework on that.
Angela, can we just look at the way Meghan used to look at William? Isn't
Yes.
it weird? Like, what was she playing at? She certainly wanted to create some type of bond between the two of them, didn't she? Because even there's always been an odd interaction between them. And I think William, put it this way, from what I've heard, Angela, William had the measure of this woman very early on.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there were lots of women who were after him in his youth before he sort of settled with Catherine, and he would know how to get around that. But the worst one, the most ghastly one, and they were going to see the flowers at Windsor, and she was far away from Harry as she could and getting closer and closer and closer to William until she was right behind him, right? She was probably pushing her body against him, although I couldn't see that, but she was right behind him.
According to Levin, Meghan didn't just wander into royal life like some Disney princess in a Hallmark special. She entered the scene like a corporate headhunter who'd just spotted the CEO of the monarchy. She knew where William and Kate would be. She didn't bump into them. She navigated into those rooms like she had GPS coordinates for Kensington Palace. Staffers whispered, aides noticed. She wasn't giggling in the corner hoping for a royal wave. She was studying William like a chess player eyeing the king. Not in some cringy, I'm in love way, but in the cold, calculating way someone stares at a promotion they're already decorating their office for.
What type of woman is that? And she's trying to gauge William. Many people say that she went with Harry to get William and she thought she could persuade William and he would leave Catherine and then she could be queen. But this is a load of nonsense, isn't it? But I did hear it from several people because she was obsessed with him.
Here's where it gets delicious. William allegedly spotted the play immediately. Raised in the royal spotlight, the man can detect opportunists the way a hawk spots a rabbit. And Kate? Oh, she didn't just see it. She clocked Meghan so fast she practically wrote the HR file. Imagine being Kate. Every dinner, every charity event, there's this woman with laser focus on your husband. That's not a sisterly bond in the making. That's a security breach. And while Meghan later sobbed to Oprah about wanting a warm, sisterly relationship, Levin suggests Kate was simply practicing self-preservation. William kept it polite but distant. Meghan's charm bounced off him like cheap perfume on a rainy day. And when she realized the future King of England was not available for acquisition, guess what happened? Pivot. Meghan suddenly falls for Harry. Oh, the romance. Oh, the whirlwind. Except in this version, it wasn't whirlwind romance. It was speed dating with a time limit, and Harry was the next viable door into the palace. And boy, did he open it without even checking the ID. Here's the cruel irony. Harry actually thought he was the prize. That's the tragedy. This man threw away a military career, a royal title, and whatever shred of family goodwill he had left for a woman who, according to this narrative, saw him as the consolation prize in her own royal reality show.
By the way, it's not for nothing, Dan, but I have it on very good authority now that she had a whole vision board of her life with the royal family and of the royal family themselves and Prince Harry when she was married to husband number one. Happened to have a good source on that. That's the woman, the global icon.
It reframes everything. Their fast engagement, their over-the-top wedding, their Netflix romance montage, not love, urgency, the pivot plan in action. Let's not pretend Levin's claim came out of nowhere. Meghan's entire dating and networking history is like a LinkedIn tutorial on climbing social ladders. First husband, Trevor Engelson, Hollywood producer, not Brad Pitt, but useful. Post-divorce, she's suddenly popping up with stylists, political donors, A-list publicists. It's a pattern. Find someone with connections, align yourself, then level up. This isn't romance. It's career strategy with better lighting. The Duchess of Delulu even made him sign a pregnancy contract just to make sure she'll be set for life if they broke up.
Meghan Markle made her first husband agree to a pregnancy contract to make sure that she was afforded every possible luxury if she gave birth to their child.
Well, Jesse, the then rising actress was allegedly so concerned about the rigors of baby making and getting herself back into celebrity shape that she demanded her husband Trevor pay for a personal trainer and a nutritionist to help her bounce back if and when they conceived. The Duchess of Sussex also ironed out childcare details in order to ensure that Engelson was happy to pay for a nanny to help her out with the baby.
And Trevor Engelson has since moved on, as Daily Mail TV revealed. He married nutritionist Tracy Kurland in a low-key ceremony in California earlier this month.
Why does this sting more than Meghan's other scandals? Because it cuts right through the brand. The Sussexes sell love. That's the product. They built a multi-million-dollar empire on "we chose each other against all odds." Take away the authenticity, and what's left? A lifestyle blog, a Spotify graveyard, and some inspirational quotes about mental health they copy-pasted from Pinterest. Normally, Meghan responds to bad press faster than you think. But this? Crickets. No statement, no denial, not even a passive-aggressive jab. Her silence is the kind of silence that makes people think the rumor hit a nerve. And in PR, silence on a specific accusation is basically admitting you've run out of spin. If this allegation is true, it doesn't just torch Meghan's image. It sets fire to Harry's judgment, because now now, every bridge he burned, every interview where he trashed his family, every $1 million deal he signed looks less like bold independence and more like he got played. Worse, it makes him look like he's still in the dark. The man's whole public persona is built on being real and honest. And yet here he is, maybe defending the most elaborate PR strategy since Kris Jenner invented the Kardashians. And let's talk about those career moves after Megxit. The Netflix deal, overhyped, underdelivered. One-hit docuseries followed by content so dull it made C-SPAN look edgy.
And the women who have done good cooking and had lots of people who want to buy from them and learn from them. I mean, there's nothing very much that Meghan's organised or cooked that is actually in any way difficult. Now you can do those things, after 5 minutes telling yourself what it is. I mean, it's just very feeble, I think.
But also, again, they haven't found the groove, right? They haven't found the groove either at what they're good at or what anyone is interested in. And that in and of itself becomes the problem. I mean, they've tried to obviously tell their own life stories. She's tried to make herself some sort of new version of Oprah, but I don't understand how they keep getting opportunities. I would have thought by now anyone who'd had a crack at them or tried to work with them would be walking away from them, because it feels like that in terms of the audience.
Spotify, they paid Meghan millions for one podcast season that had less cultural impact than a local AM radio gardening segment. It's almost like without the palace, the brand doesn't work. And now with Levin's claim, people are starting to wonder if the brand was fake to begin with. Remember the Oprah sit-down? The tears, the dramatic pauses, the allegations? It was framed as Meghan's truth against the cold cruelty of the crown. But if you believe Levin, that whole sob fest looks a lot less like truth-telling and more like an aggressive rebrand, because nothing distracts from, I once had my eyes on my brother-in-law, like crying about garden party seating arrangements. Meghan's mastered the art of victim branding.
There's nothing I like about her. She is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. My castle is too small. Yeah. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm going to put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends, while she never stops whining.
I know. It's shocking. She's never once played a victim, but she is going to cry, and you will like her and you will see her as a victim, no matter how many dollars it takes, that she is victimized by being a princess.
The subtle implication in every interview. I was bullied for no reason. I was rejected because I was different. But here's the catch. If palace insiders were actually keeping their distance because she was allegedly making strategic moves on William, that narrative crumbles. Suddenly, the cold reception wasn't about race, class, or culture. It was about self-defense. Then there's the Montecito mansion life. Supposedly escaping the toxicity of royal life, they moved into a $14 million estate and started hobnobbing with billionaires. Not exactly the humble, we just want a quiet life they sold us. It's almost like the palace wasn't the problem. It was just too small a stage. For years, the royals kept quiet while Meghan painted them as villains. Now, they don't need to lift a finger. Levin's claim does the work for them. It flips the script. Suddenly, the palace's caution looks justified. They didn't shun Meghan because she was different. They kept her at arm's length because they smelled the ambition from day one. And poor Harry, still giving interviews, still taking swipes at his family, still trying to prove he's the main character. Except the more he talks, the more people see him as the sidekick in Meghan's master plan. It's like watching a man proudly drive a car he doesn't realize is leased in someone else's name. Every day Meghan stays quiet, the story grows. The speculation snowballs. Supporters struggle to defend her without a counter-narrative. They've already started digging up every old clip, every awkward interaction between Meghan and William, every side-eye from Kate. This is how narratives collapse, not with a bang, but with endless petty receipts.
She's giving Catherine very difficult looks, very nasty looks, but William, it's all, aren't I lovely, and you just don't know what I can do, and I'm so attracted to you, which she didn't get anywhere. And I think now he's had enough. He's absolutely had enough. He's been polite, he's been dignified, but now, he must take more action.
If the love story brand collapses, what's left? The Sussexes become just another celebrity couple hustling for relevance. No more royal mystique, no more fairy tale veneer, just two ex-royals in California trying to compete with Kardashians on Instagram engagement. And trust me, that's a battle they will lose. Let's not forget, before Harry, Meghan's acting career was modest at best. Suits was not Game of Thrones. She was a mid-tier cable actress, one step away from Hallmark movies. The royal marriage was the ultimate career glow-up, and according to Levin's claim, Harry wasn't even the first choice to deliver it. Angela Levin didn't just hit them with a rumor, she handed the public a new lens to rewatch every interview, every photo op, every awkward royal moment. And through that lens, the fairy tale doesn't look like destiny anymore. It looks like a failed takeover attempt. If that's true, then Harry wasn't Meghan's happily ever after. He was her second choice plot twist. And that, folks, is the kind of twist that even Netflix can't spin into a sequel. So what do you think? Was Meghan really aiming for William first? Or is this just the palace finally playing her own PR game against her? And if Harry really was the backup plan, does that make him the most clueless man in royal history? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every single one. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you don't miss the next time the Sussex PR machine bursts into flames in real time. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed my content, feel free to check out some of my other videos on the top of the screen. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.